Jesus was popular wherever he went. And when he came out of Zacchaeus' house, the crowd was still out there, and there was a lot of children in that crowd too. And they wanted Jesus to tell them another parable, another story, because the kids liked his stories and they could understand his stories. So Jesus thought a minute and he said, okay, there was a nobleman and he had some servants. Now, a nobleman in those days would be equivalent to what we would call a governor of a state. Whoever your governor is, he would be called a nobleman back in those days. And a nobleman went over, he was elected to be the governor, but before he left, he gave his servants each an amount of money. And he gave 10 pounds to one servant, 5 pounds of money to another servant, and 1 pound of money to another servant. And these were gifts. But he said, use them wisely, please, use them wisely. And so he went off to the country and he was gone for a few months. And these very thankful servants were glad to see him when he started to come home again. And they were excited to have their master home again. And so when he got back, he brought the 3 servants in and asked out of curiosity what they had done with their money. And the first one said, well, I invested it. And I was able to, from my investments, I got 10 pounds back on my money. I've doubled it. And the governor, the nobleman, was very pleased with that. And he just praised the man up and down. He said, because you were so good with this, I'm going to give you a section of that country to be ruler over it, like a treasurer. So it'd be like a county, that he would be the treasurer of the county. And he went to the second servant and asked how he fared with his money. And the second servant said, oh, I did very well with it, sir. I was able to increase it by 5 pounds. And so I made some good money. And the nobleman was very pleased with him. And he said, you shall have a district to preside over. I'm going to give you that office. And he said, thank you, sir. And to the third servant, whom he only gave 1 pound, he said, how did you fare with your money? And the servant said, well, I was afraid of you because I know you're very strict. And so because of this, I wrapped up the money you gave me. I wrapped it up in a big napkin and I hid it where nobody could find it and make sure it was safe until you got back. And the nobleman said, my goodness, you didn't do anything with it? No, I just wanted to keep it. And so the moral of the story is that Jesus was telling that if the Lord gives us talents, money was a lot of times called talents in those days, but we have other gifts and talents that the Lord gives us, whether it's in art or music or helping people or fixing sewing for people that need sewing, making blankets, washing windows. These are things the Lord has gifted us with that we're good at, that we can do. And so the master of the house, the nobleman, said, well, because you have just done nothing with the gift I gave you, you take that money that I gave you and you give it to the man, the servant, that doubled his money with the 10 talents, with the 10 pounds of money. And the middle servant said, why are you doing that? He's already got a lot of money. Why do you want to give him more money? And you take it away from this guy? And he said, because this guy did nothing with it. He just hid it. He didn't even use it for anything. But you and the other man, you have done wonderful things with your money. And he says, so it is with the kingdom of God. He said, I have given out talents to people, the government of God, the kingdom of God. And he said, if you don't use them, I'm going to take them away from you. But see, we're supposed to use our gifts and our talents to God's glory. And many times we're afraid to. I know I was afraid to start these Bible stories, really afraid, but I remember a long time ago, Joyce Meyer said, are you afraid? Do it afraid. So I do it afraid. Almost every time I'm up here, I do it afraid. But the Lord has given me a desire in my heart to want to share the Bible stories. And so he's helping me and expanding my talents to be able to do that. And I thank you all for watching little old me with my little talents. But to the others, he gives us talents, and some people don't use them at all. All they do is hoard them and hide them and not even think about helping the Lord and his kingdom and helping to bring people in or help people with their needs or anything. And he says, to those, I'm going to take it away. So these are stories that even kids can understand. It's better to give than to receive. Use whatever we have to be able to be part of God's family, to be helping his cause. We love people. We want them to be in God's new kingdom, in the new government that's coming to earth. We're going to have a new heaven and a new earth. We need to use our talents for his glory. Don't just hide them or they'll be taken away. Okay, that's just kind of stories that even kids can understand that. Bye-bye.